Dear all, today we are going to solve a problem which comes under code optimization section. So this is one such kind of example problems. Here the set of three address statements are given and they have asked to construct a flow graph from the three address statement, and the second one is find the loops in the flow graph. Third one is show the dominated tree for the flow graph and finding the natural loop. So let us start by first step-by-step process. So before constructing a flow graph, we should know how to construct a past basic blocks, right? For constructing a basic block, the first step is to identify a leaders. So what is the rule in identifying a leader? The first statement will always be a leader. So leader would be the first statement, and the second rule is whichever the conditional target statements are, that are all also a leader. So here 11 is a leader and 13 is a leader and 3 is a leader. And for the third rule of finding the leader is after a conditional statement, whichever statement follows a conditional statement, that are all also be considered as a leader. So here in the fourth statement there is a conditional statement. So next to the conditional statement is the statement number 5. So 5 is a leader, and the next find out 11 is also a leader. We have also taken 11 as a leader, so no need to write it down again. The next one 13 is also a leader, so 13 is also there. So now let us draw a basic block here. So first let me take the first one is 1, okay, 1, 3, 5 is a leader and 11 is a leader and then 13 is a leader. So let us draw a basic block. So how do you draw a basic block? The basic block should contain a set of statement that it never include the other leader statements or other statement which involved in a basic block. So this one is one basic block. Let me take that as a basic block 1. And the second, let us construct the basic block starting from the statement 3, and you have to continue up to statement 4, because fifth statement it is a leader and that is a starting for another basic block. So let us take that as a basic block number 2. The next one is from the statement 5 you have to draw a basic block, and that is going up to the statement number 10, because 11 is a leader for another basic block. So let us take that as a basic block 3. The second starting from a statement 11 to 12, this one is basic block 4, and 13 to 14 is a basic block 5. And after finding out the basic block, you have to give the flow also. So basic block 1 to, there is all the flow, and also we can see the flow from basic block 2. It is going to basic block, it is going to the statement 11. So where is the statement 11 and what is the block of that 11th statement? It is a B4. So there is a control flow from B2 to B4. And again this is a basic block 3. From the basic block 3 it is going to 13. So what is a 13 statement? It is included in a basic block 5. So here there is a control flow. And here from the basic block B5 there is a flow go to 3. So what is the third statement? Third statement is included in a basic block 2, and hence we can draw a flow graph from basic block 5. So this is the basic block. Let us see how to construct a flow graph from the basic block. Here in a flow graph is nothing but it is graphical representation of a basic block. Here we are not including any statements, we are taking the basic block label alone. So that is a B1. From the B1 you are having a flow to B2, and from the B2 you are having a flow to B3, as well there is a flow from B2 to B4, and from B3 B4 and B4 to B5, and from B3 there is a flow to B5, as well B5 is also having a flow to, okay, and again there is a loop from B5 to B2. And this is what the flow graph is. Okay, so B1 to B2 and B2 to B3, as well B2 to B4, and then B3 to B4 and B4 to B5 and B3 to B5 and B5 to B2. So this is what the flow graph is. And the first problem we have solved, that is how to construct a flow graph from the 3 address statement. And the second one, finding the loops in the flow graph. Now tell me how many loops are there here. Only from this flow graph there is only one loop, that is B5 to B2. Okay, so what are all the subsequent nodes it is following in this loop? B5 to B2, B2 to B3, B3 to B4, and again B4 to B5. And there may also be one more loop starting from B5 to B4, B4 to B5, and then B4 to B2, B2 to B4, and then B4 to B5 again. So these are all the set of loops that you can get in this flow graph. So next, so we have solved the second statement also, second problem also. The third problem is how to show the denominator tree for the flow graph and the natural graph. So before going to the denominator tree, let us see what is a denominator tree. So denominator tree is nothing but it is a node D of a flow graph G dominates a node N if every path in G from the initial node to N goes through D. So D is said to be a dominator for N only if every path from the initial node to N goes through D. So this is a first rule, and the second rule is every node dominates itself. So all nodes in the flow graph is said to be a dominator node by itself. The initial node dominates all nodes in G. The node which starts initially in the dominator node is a dominate of all the nodes in a tree. So there is also a term called dominator tree, which is nothing but a graphical representation of a dominance. So here I'll draw it again. B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, and there is a loop from B5 to B2. So let us find a dominance of this graph. So B1, so what do you mean by that? How to find the dominance? D dominator of N. If you want to find any of the nodes which is a dominant of that node, so this is a formula, D dom of N. So we have already seen that rule. So every node is a dominant by itself. So that is also a rule we have seen. Now let us find out. So from the B1, so all the initial node dominates all nodes. So B1 is, So friends, let us find the dominator tree, how to construct a dominator tree. And this is not a denominator, excuse me, that is a dominator. So let us see how to construct a dominator tree. So for finding a dominator tree, so B1 is the initial node and hence it is the dominator node for all the other nodes. Okay, so for B2, so for B1 is a dominator of B2, B3, B5 and B4. So it is a dominator of 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now let us see B2. What are all the nodes that B2 has been dominating? So let us see, for entering B3 you have to go only through B2. So without entering into B2 you cannot reach the B3. So B2 is a dominator of B3, and for B4 also without B2 you cannot enter into B4. So B2 is a dominator of B4, and for B5 also without entering into B2 you cannot reach the B5, because only through B2 to B3 you can reach the B5, or else you can reach from B2 to B4 and then you can reach to B5. So B2 is a dominator for 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4 and 5. Let us see again B3. So B3, whether it is a dominator of B5, let us see. That means that you can reach the B5 only through B3. If in such case, then B3 would be the dominator. So can you say that to reach B5 there is a only possible way, it is to come from B3? No, there is also another way. You can also reach B5 through B4. So B3 cannot be dominator of B5. So B3 is dominator by itself. According to the rule, every dominator is a dominator of itself and it cannot be the dominator for the other node. So what do you mean by the dominator? The dominator means the node, if suppose if this is a n, so if B3 wants to be the dominator, then it is a unique way, it should be the only one way. Through the B3 alone you have to reach to B5. In such case it is not being the dominator, because you can reach B5 through the B4 also. So B3 cannot be the dominator. And similarly B4 cannot also be the dominator, since for reaching B5 you can reach through B3 also. Without entering into the B4 also you can reach the B5, and hence B4 cannot also be taken as a dominator. So B3 and B4 are the dominator by itself. And next B5. So from the B5 you are reaching to B2. So can we say B5 as a dominator? No, because where does the flow goes? B5 to B2. So if we take B5 as a dominator for B2, it means that for reaching the B2 there is only one way, that the way is only through B5 alone you will be reaching the B2. So that is not a correct answer, because for the B2 you can reach from B1. Hence B5 is also, it's not a dominator to other node and it is a dominator by itself. And let us see how to draw a dominator tree. That is the third problem. That is not a denominator, sorry, show the dominator tree for the flow graph. So let us draw a flow graph, dominator tree flow graph. So B1 is a dominator of B2, no doubt at all, and B2 is a dominator for B3, B4 and B5. And what about B3? B3 is a dominator by itself. What about B4? B4 is a dominator by itself. B5 is a dominator by itself, and hence this is the dominator tree of this particular flow graph. And the second problem is finding out the natural loop. So before going into the natural loop, we should know what is a natural group. So natural loop is nothing but a loop has a single entry point called the header. Header dominates all nodes in the loop. There is at least one path back to the header from the loop nodes. This statement is also be called as a backage. So this is nothing but through the node n, you can reach to the dominator D. So for example, in this case, let us take B2 and B5. So this is the only loop that you are seeing in this flow graph. That's why I have taken this. So for finding out the natural loop, so B2 is a dominator of B5. So B2 is D and B5 is N. So there is a loop from N to D, and hence it is called as there is a natural loop. And if you want to find out the natural loop between 5 to 2, so what is that formula is? The natural loop is equal to D plus all nodes that can reach to N without going through D. So you just see here, there is a dominator D and the node N is there. So in between D to N, there are also other nodes that without reaching through D, it is reaching through N. So B3, there is no connection, there is no loop, the flow from B3 to B2, but it is reaching to N. For B4 also, it is not going to B2, but it is reaching through N. So that is why it is said to be all nodes that can reach to N without going through the D. And hence, the natural loop for this is, so first D, so D, what is the D here? 2. So 2, and then what is that? All nodes that can reach to N without going through D. So without going through D, what are all the other nodes? 3, 4. So 3, 4 and also the node N. So these are all the natural loops that is present in this dominator tree. And hence friends, we have seen the problem that is frequently asked in code optimization, that they will give you the 3 address statement. They'll ask you how to construct a flow graph. For that, you have to construct a basic block first, and then you have to find out the flow graph. And the second, they'll ask you what are all the loops that is present in the flow graph. And the next one is what is a dominator tree. You have to construct a dominator tree from the flow graph. So how to construct a dominator tree also we have seen. And then the second is natural loop. So what is a natural loop, and what is a rule for writing out the natural loop. These are all the things we have seen. Thank you.